Hello and welcome back. It's good to be back. This is going to be the first video that goes up after my 2-week upload ban is removed. So today we're going to be looking at making a completely silent Monero mining software. So what this does is it will mine Monero for you using a pool of your choice and use your Monero wallet as the payout. So you will need to have a Monero wallet first before you go ahead and try and use this software. Now before I go any further, this should not be used for legal purposes. This is clearly just educational and all I'm doing is showing you how to make it. Yes, there are illegal things you could probably do with this, but I am definitely not advocating for the use of this software in any kind of illegal or immoral manner. Now with that out of the way, this piece of software was brought to you by GitHub. It is called LimeMiner, and you can go check out the original GitHub repo there. But I have, thanks to a friend of mine, gone ahead and compiled it for you so you can just download it yourself. Now this software may be regarded as malware by your antivirus as it does contain mining scripts and so forth, but it is completely safe to use and it won't do anything that you don't want it to. So in this video we're going to be building our own miner and I will show you how to make it hidden and hide itself behind the Windows Explorer process. So anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Okay, so in the folder I will be showing, you have the LimeMiner. This is the LimeMiner folder. Now you'll want to go into bin, release, and here it is. This is the LimeMiner executable. So it'll give you the standard security warning and you can open it. Now Miner will only use 50% of the CPU or GPU, which means that the hardware that this is running on shouldn't have too much of an impact, shouldn't be impacted too much by prolonged usage by the miner. So your username, if you're using XMR pool, will be your Monero wallet ID, and your password will be whatever password your pool gave you. Now I'm going to fill in my information here. So with the installer you can choose to install it, we're just going to leave that off and it's going to inject itself to Explorer. Now if you go to install, that is going to create a permanent install of the miner, but we're just going to use it normally. So under assembly you can turn this off or on, but if you want to spoof it as a legitimate application you can turn this on and type in a title, description, company, and etc. Now if you don't know what this all means, I'll show you with Firefox, for example. So in the details of Firefox we can see the title, it doesn't have one, but the description is, the file description is Firefox. We have a company which you know, that'll be Mozilla Corporation. The product will be Firefox. Copyright is this here, and the trademark will be Firefox's trademark of the Mozilla Foundation. And then this here is the version number, which is 64.0.2.6947. But you can just fill it up with a random one if you want to. But we're just gonna turn that off because it's not required. And again, with an icon you can give it an icon if you want, but it has to be a valid ICO file, .ico. I'm just going to give it the Firefox icon because I like that one. So on the last thing here we will just build it and it will tell us or ask us where we want to build it to, and we'll just call it testminer.exe, and there we go, it's done. So this here it is, and if we run it it's gonna show that and then it's gone. Now I can hear my CPU fans heating up, so let's go to Task Manager. Now if you were just not a computer savvy user you wouldn't see anything because there are no running apps, but if you go to more details nothing looks too out of the ordinary here until you scroll down and see Windows Explorer is at 50% usage. Now most people wouldn't think to look, they'll just see nothing, and then if you go sort by CPU it's Windows Explorer, which is the fully valid file that it's injected into. Is if you open it, it is the actual Windows Windows Explorer process in the Windows directory. Now at any time to stop the miner, you can just press delete and end the task. So that's really about it. It's not a long process, it's not too complicated, but there are some legal junctures here now. I would completely advise you against putting this on anybody's computer without their knowledge, as that in most countries is illegal. I know it's in New Zealand, as it's an unauthorized use of digital hardware, I believe. So don't do this when you don't have permission. You know, if somebody says, yeah, I don't mind if you mine on my computer, I just use it for everyday usage, then you can go ahead, and this is a very convenient way to just have it running in the background, and it doesn't get in the way, because when CPU usage becomes high, the miner turns itself off and then reactivates. But definitely do not use this in any kind of illegal manner. It's not moral, it's not legal, it's not ethical, and this is just a demonstration after all. Now, this is just one thing that I forgot to add in the initial recording, and this should be somewhere about halfway through the video, but if you're going to have this running in the background, you have to make sure it's whitelisted by your computer's antivirus, otherwise it will shut down and delete the process, because, I mean, it is technically malware, but any kind of mining software will come up as malicious software. So how to do that varies antivirus product by antivirus product, but you can look up instructions online on how to whitelist files and directories. If you want to make a folder to put it in, you can do that, or you can just whitelist the process. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, like if it helped you, and dislike if it didn't. And hopefully I will see you all in the next video, where we will be going back into the dark web.